Hello, guys. I have Amanda here with me. If you guys want to call in, we're going to take one caller at a time today. Kev, you want to come in first? All right. We're going to get Kev in first. Today, we're going to be talking about dreams. We discussed dreams a little bit earlier on a different live stream. We talked about what dreams meant, what deja vu meant, kind of weird dreams that people often had, and it was such a good episode that we're going to do it again. I think it was the Aimless Plague. Aimless Plague wanted to do this again specifically. Kev, can you hear me?
I can.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and your audio sounds perfect. I'm so happy.
So my vocal cords treated me like shit today.
Oh no, maybe. Well, so I won't keep you on too long, but I do want to hear if you have any input on dreams. But I also want to really hear about dreams. I want to hear what kind of dreams you've had. Do you have any weird dreams that have stuck out that might be appropriate for our listeners?
I've had like maybe 2 or 3 dreams that have happened like this. Like I've had dreams within dreams, and I'll wake up in the dream, still dreaming, and realize that I woke up from a dream, but like I still can't control my dream, even though I know that I'm dreaming.
So you've had an inception dream.
Yes.
What was the dream about that you were having that inception dream about? Do you remember?
I don't completely remember, but I remember one time I had a dream and I woke up and I was like, that was weird. That was a weird dream. And I was like, I have a phone now and I got kids popping. I was like, wait, I don't have this stuff in real life. I'm dreaming right now. Didn't understand it. Didn't know what happened. I've had dreams where I've been shot and I've died. But like I've had 2 specific dreams that I can remember. Like, people were shooting. Actually, no, I've had 3. There was one time when someone was shooting at me. I died, and I woke up immediately after I died. Like, I died, woke up, and I was like, no more dreaming for me. There was a time before that when it happened after. I got shot, I died, and went black for like, I don't know, like a minute or 2. And then I came back and I was confused and I didn't have any bullet holes. And I was like, I just died.
So you've had dreams about waking up with inside of your own dream. And then you've had dreams of dying with inside of your own dream and still waking up.
Yes.
That's incredible. What was your reaction when you woke up to those? Were you sweating? Did you see anything?
I wasn't sweating. I remember waking up and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I do not want to go back to sleep. Like, actually, there was even one time I had a dream that I was falling for my ex again, and I woke up before anything happened, and I was like, nope, I'm not going back to sleep. I don't want to revisit that.
I think that's appropriate. Well, I appreciate you coming in today and telling us about your inceptitude. I wish you very, very plenty of luck on your audition tomorrow. You're gonna have to let us know how it turns out for you. Okay, rest your voice.
Will do.
All right, Kev. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
No problem.
Dang, that's crazy.
That really is.
Inception dreams in a dream, waking up, and then he said he got killed like twice or 3 times within his own dream. That's insane.
That's horrifying.
I've been shot multiple times in a dream, actually.
Why am I not surprised? Devil Scene, welcome.
Hey, thank you.
How are you doing? So we're talking about dreams today. Last episode that we did about dreams talked a little bit about like why we dream and what the meanings of dreams were. So before I get into any kind of dream that you've had, do you have anything to input on why we dream at all? Do you have any idea or what's your take on it?
I'm always honestly like amazed at the sheer capacity of our brain. The fact that one side of it can dream and do that, the other part can then act out within the dream and your body respond to it and control the sleep and the patterns and everything. Like, that's just ridiculous. Why we dream? I don't know.
See, I was always under the impression that, like if you learn something new or you start a new job or you meet someone new or you have some sort of powerful experience, you're creating those neural pathways in your brain, right? And I was always under the impression that because you're creating those new neural pathways, that when you go to sleep and your body's trying to recover, it's going over and over all of those things that might have been necessary for your survival back when it was, necessary for that sort of thing to take place. But so when you have a powerful emotion or you create those new neural pathways, I kind of saw dreaming as kind of a a rehabilitation for that sort of thing.
Everything into metaphors, so it makes sense to you?
Exactly. You know, so that was kind of what I always thought. Of course, other people think it's some sort of destiny. It's destiny telling you where you should be. It's some sort of prognostications for the future. It's reliving your past lives. It's experiencing your deepest fears. We've got a whole bunch of ideas, and my iPad just fucking died.
Your Periscope died?
My Periscope died.
Shit. Hi guys. So somehow your iPad's plugged in. That's insane.
I know. Okay, and we're officially back. Jeez. I just want to say for the record, I'm a professional. And welcome back, Trash. Welcome back, Mandar. Hello, Ashley. I'm hoping Devil Seam comes back in here because I really wanted to hear what he had to say. Yo, Trash, how are you? Thank you, Mandar. Does anybody want to call in while I'm waiting for the guest that I just shut the fuck down because my phone went dead? Welcome, Natalie Mortician. How are you? Do I think people dream to escape reality? You know, I don't think people actually I don't think people intentionally dream. I mean, I know there's lucid dreaming. I know that's a thing. I know lucid dreaming's a thing, but intentionally dreaming, intentionally going into your sleep and trying to fabricate some alternate reality, that's got to take some talent. You had a recurring dream for 25 years. You want to call in and tell me about that, or do you want to tell me about it in the comment section? Because that's very interesting. Over 25 years of having the same dream.
How do you feel about dream meanings and symbols?
Dream meanings and symbols. I think meanings are what we assign to them, right? The symbols that you notice are the same thing. You know, if you have a dream about going to the grocery store, it could just be you're having a dream about going to the grocery store, but it could also mean whatever it is you feel like meaning. Hello, Natalie. How are you? You can make yourself have lucid dreams, but it takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of training to do. But that's not the same thing as forcing yourself to have dreams. Realizing you're awake within a dream and going off of what you're already what you're already dreaming about is one thing, but actually going to sleep going, you know what? I'm going to dream about dinosaurs tonight. I think that's beyond most people's comprehension. Natalie, I'm glad to have you on here. How are you? How was your Sunday?
It's been an interesting day, to say the least.
It's been an interesting day. Good. Well, let me ask you something. Do you have any input as to two things? One, I want to know about what you think the meaning behind dreams are, if any. And the other would be, what's that recurring dream that you keep talking about, if you think it's appropriate to talk about?
It's actually a really interesting story, but to the first question, usually dreams are subconscious dealing with things that we're going through, whether it's traumas that we're experiencing currently, or things that we want to go on in our life, either going in the future, or things that are kind of in our present. It has a lot of different ways of manifesting. Now that doesn't cover all the balls because, hey, sometimes you just have a dream where you're in school naked. And that's fear and anxiety. But the 25-year dream is a thing, and the reason it recurred for so long is mostly because it had an end date. So when I was 7, I started having this dream that I was going to die. It was a very specific date. It was incredibly real, like tactile. I could smell, taste, touch. It felt super, super real. And every single dream, I died in the same way. And it was different. Like sometimes I got hit by a bolt of lightning, sometimes I got electrocuted by a socket, but I always died by electricity. But it was the same day for 25 years. And that sounds really, really morbid, but it actually was kind of freeing, because after a while it felt like, okay, so there's an end game. I'm going to make it to 32. That's do whatever I want within reason. Don't take insane risks. But it's why I've traveled all over the United States. It's why I've worked the jobs that I've done, met the people I've met, been the incredibly charismatic person that I have, pursued the intellectual and philosophical things that I've done. Because, hey, if you're only
going to make it to 32. You might as well make the best of it. But yeah, it was a very strange dream. But it was always in St. Louis, which St. Louis didn't really occur. Now, the weird thing is that when the day came, nothing that I knew happened. But what actually happened was that was about the time that my ex-wife officially talked to her now engaged fiance, and that's whenever everything went sideways on that.
Interesting.
But it let me take the opportunities to pursue love in a lot of ways that I normally wouldn't, because on more than one occasion I took that lover's leap and I moved to Atlanta with nothing underneath me, and I made it work because I knew I was going to make it to 32.
That's crazy. So you had this recurring dream for, you said 25 years. So that's roughly when you were in your early teens, right? When did you start having that?
So I started having the dream when I was 7.
7.
And I was 7 years old when I started having the dream.
Jeez, and it was the same thing over and over. You're getting electrocuted. You're dying in some way, shape, or form. But it was all through some sort of electricity. But tell me again why it was on the same date. So you saw yourself in the future dying. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, okay. So the thing is that there was always a calendar, a clock, a newspaper, something on television. There was some reference to
Some sort of reference. Okay.
And it was June 9th, 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had that future date. It wasn't necessarily the age, or you didn't have a visual representation of yourself. It was specifically a date that you kept coming back to. That was a visual representation in these dreams, and something happened terrible on that specific date. Okay, I got it now. Wow, but because of that dream, but because of you having something horrific happen that ended your future, you were able to take all these leaps and risks in real life. And do you think had you not had that dream, you would have acted a little bit differently, or maybe been a little bit more shy about things?
Well, it's kind of weird. There's one big leap that I never took because I wasn't sure how it would affect my life, and I didn't take that leap until after that date passed, and that was coming out as trans.
Okay, so so did anything weird happen on that date? By the way, I mean, I'm sure it must have been sort of transcended for you, right? You're like, oh my gosh, it's here. I'm not leaving the house, or maybe do leave the house and go to the woods or something.
Yeah. The day came and passed with no major events that I knew of at the time, and then I found out later that was the day that my ex-wife and her current fiance talked to each other about starting their relationship.
Wow. So something other than outside of your control, outside of your scope. But at least you didn't get electrocuted.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's good news, right?
Safe day.
Jeez. Well, Natalie, I appreciate you coming in and telling me about that. I don't think I've heard anybody put it better than you have about the reasons that we're having these sorts of dreams and stuff. And geez, 25. I wonder if we could find somebody who could beat that or even come close to that. 25 years of the same recurring dream. Dang. Well, I appreciate you coming on here. I'm gonna get Alley Cat to come on here in a second. Okay, Nat, thank you for joining me, Alley.
Okay.
Dang, can you believe that?
That's
25 years of the same dream. I've had recurring
wild.
dreams. I've had recurring dreams where dreams it's very similar. They happen like the same. I go to the same store or I have the same event happening, but
right.
on that same date, dude, I'm getting goosebumps.
25 years of it, though?
Oh my God. Hello, Alley Cat. How are you? Well, today we're talking about dreams. I'm asking everybody a kind of a two-part question. One is if you think dreams are just part of the natural process of being a human, kind of going over your memories of what's important, or do you think they have some sort of meaning outside of what we currently understand? And also, if you have any dream that you find absolutely fascinating or some sort of oddity that involves with your dream specifically.
So, first off, I'm a big dreamer. And, I have a tattoo of a dream catcher on me.
Oh, cool.
I've been dreaming ever since I was a kid. I think dreams, where you have dreams where they don't mean anything. They're just where you just have some crazy-ass dream. But then you have dreams where you just kind of know there's a hidden meaning behind that. And, I've had a recurring dream, all my life since I was a kid about, being in this house, my old house I witch in there that's evil, and she's always in my bedroom. And she's always like I'm trying to protect my family, and I always have to go up against her and try to like defeat her. And I've had it all my life. It's the same basic scenario. And but I'm religious, so like I prayed about it, what the reason of the dream was, and it was real to me that it was a Jezebel, like the witch spirit, like a demonic entity.
Oh my gosh.
That has a generational curse on my family.
Oh my. Well, let me ask you that. On that note, I am not a very religious person, and I wouldn't say that I don't dream often, or I wouldn't say that I do dream often. I mean, maybe once or twice a week, 3 times a week, something along those lines. Do you think religion or spirituality, for that part, or the antithesis of that, absolutely not having a religion or spirituality at all, has any role on dreams? I mean, as any role on the frequency of dreams, I guess, not necessarily the meaning, but the frequency.
I don't think you have to be a religious person to be in tune with spirituality and be in tune with necessarily like the spiritual realm and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Do you think that do you think that dreams are in fact related to that sort of realm?
I do. I think that you're like kind of like touching into that realm, and some people are more susceptible than others.
Jeez, wow. So tell me, so that the recurring dream that you had, when did you start having that? And what is it? Can you tell me what that? I don't know if you want to talk about it very much. I don't want to upset you, but I'd like to know what she looked like. To be honest, I want to get a visual picture of the witch.
What she looks like, she's like this, like I wish I could remember the name. There's like this one movie that's what, because she's like this tall, like black figure, like with the wild, crazy, like witch hair, but and like the long hands and nails, but kind of like shadowy as well.
Sounds like kind of like a Morticia Adams-ish almost.
But all black, like not like she doesn't like have much of like facial or figure, like features to her.
It's interesting you say that. Yeah, women in black. Man, I have a story that I want to talk about in just a second, but I want to thank you for coming on here. And I want to end one more question before I let you go. Is you said it was a generational thing. How did you find out that it was generational? Did you consult your family about it, and they recalled the same thing, or?
For me, if you go into the Jezebel demon and what the traits are for that, very manipulative, very like the traits and characteristics of the Jezebel spirit and what she does and stuff are. If you look at all the women in my family, they have those characters, those traits.
Wow! Oh my gosh! So you found it just from the I don't know, what would you call that? The character write up of what it was. Wow. Well, Allie, I appreciate you coming in here. I've really enjoyed you coming into my talks. I'm trying to keep it more one-on-one today. So stick around, because I might get you back in here, but that way I don't have like 150 people I'm talking over. But thank you so much, Allie. These are crazy, man. 25. We got Natalie saying that she had 25 years over and over again, getting electrocuted on. Now I'm freaked out. What was it, July 17th? I'm like, it's like the day that will live in infamy for me. Jeez, and then she's been having them for her whole life too. So, Justin of the Dingus, thank you. Welcome to the Dream Talk. So Dingus, welcome to the show. I think that you're gonna have something good for me. I know you are. So first, it's a 2-part question. One, do you believe that that dreams have any sort of meaning outside of absolute nonsense? If you think it's more than just visuals that you're having at night, and 2, if you have anything specific, like a specific dream or a recurring dream or just an outlandish dream that you'd like to share.
Okay, so for the first question, definitely yes. I've always felt that the human brain is a very interesting thing, and it deals with stress and trying to make sense of life events in any way it can. And it kind of, when you're sleeping, dreaming is more of just your brain dumping all of that information and trying to make sense of everything that you're been worried about, or what have you, every stress that you have in your life. And I feel like it can have meaning, because if it's something that's powerful enough for you to remember it after you wake up, it's something that is probably should be paid attention to, in a sense, because I feel like it's significant to you, and there's no one that can really tell you what the meaning of a dream is, because it's specific to you and your brain.
I agree. Do you think it's got any connection with the a spiritual realm or any sort? Personally, I think that, I am not a religious person. I am not a spiritual person. So for me to think that dreams have some sort of tie about something that I'm not really, wholeheartedly into anyway is kind of beyond me. But I
do feel that there, regardless of what your faith is or what religion you practice, that there is a similar force that kind of, in my opinion, binds all conscious humans together. And because there's been a lot of studies proving that there are forces that link people across vast distances.
Right. That divine matrix sort of thing, right? That blanket of connectivity that we can tap into, but we can't really define just yet.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand
and
that.
I feel like that definitely does play a part, because I feel like that you're also in a hypersensitive state when you're sleeping, and I feel like you're not bogged down with your normal thought processes of the day, and it gives you the ability to essentially reach out in ways that you couldn't normally do, because your brain is too muddled.
Right. So you're finally getting a chance to relax and maybe tap into something a little bit deeper than what your conscious mind could pick up or understand.
Definitely.
Wow, that's very well put. So let me know. Do you have anything specific that you've dreamed about that you might find interesting to share, or just plain up weird? Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I have. It's kind of a weird dream. So I don't know if when you were a kid, you had this fear also. But did you ever have the fear of quicksand? Because cartoons put it in your head that it was a much more prevalent thing in the world than it really is.
My thing was getting hit by cars, because I watched a lot of Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, getting hit constantly by cars. But I could definitely see how seeing quicksand as often in cartoons and so forth, you'd be picked up for it. So you have something about quicksand.
I think it was getting
Yeah,
kidnapped.
so I have this thing of, and it's a constant fear, because I'm extremely claustrophobic, and claustrophobia isn't necessarily tight spaces, it's the fear of no escape.
Okay.
So with me is if I feel like I'm trying to run away and I can't, because whatever is chasing me, or I can't get away with the situation, it paralyzes me. And so in the dream, I'm in this complete barren wasteland, and there's nothing in it except for a Greek-style theater.
Like the amphitheater? Is that what you're talking about? That little...
Like
okay.
bench-style seats where it proceeds down into the kind of like a half-circle dome, where like the stage is at the bottom.
Right.
And there is a person, I can't really make them out because it's so big, and I'm in the middle of the benches halfway up. And he's standing in front of a hole in the ground. And it is just pure darkness, to the point of feeling like the void
Goes
is
forever.
the only way I could really describe it. And he has his arms stretched out like he's talking or preaching, essentially, and I can't move no matter what I do. I can't force myself to get up and leave, and I don't know what to do. So as I sit there, I finally get the courage to try to leave, because I'm so terrified, because that hole just, it feels like it's pulling in my soul almost, like that fear of just, you can't look away. And as I try to get up, all of the seats the hole, and I can't, no matter what I do, run out from this hole because it's just drawing me in too quickly.
You've been trapped.
And I'm fighting against this sand to try to get out. And I've had that dream. I had that dream for around 10 years.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So you're sitting there, and I like the idea of this figure preaching, or you know, telling a story maybe, or captivating your attention in one way, shape, or form with this looming hole into nothingness, right? To ambivalent, you know, what am I trying to say? The void. Yeah, I think that's the best way to say it. Fucking endless fucking void. But then all the seats turn into quicksand. All the seats turn in. Like, so you were trapped the whole time, and you didn't, even if you wanted to leave, you were already fucked.
That's horrifying.
Exactly.
That is fucking horrifying.
And I feel like the thing is that I grew up in a very religious upbringing because of my dad being a pastor, and I felt honestly that once I grew up to a certain age, when I really stopped having those nightmares, was when I finally had decided to separate from the church.
Oh wow! So this was a very defining moment for you.
Honestly, yes. And I feel like once I kind of set foot out into the real world, in my opinion, I felt like I finally stepped away from that looming darkness. That was always trying to draw me in.
Oh, weird. Okay, so you were able to actually put a meaning behind it, or one that at least made sense to you. Who do you think that dark figure was?
I don't know. See, for me,
I'm seeing Slender Man, by the way. Is it anything like, I swear to...
That's kind of that lanky type kind of figure, essentially. But the thing is, for me, what I kind of more came to the conclusion of, or at least the one that made sense to me, is that figure represented the hypocrisy and the hate and the judgment of everything that I'd experienced in my life based upon people that said they believed in one thing and then acted another way.
Interesting.
And I felt,
So it wasn't a person. It was an idea, or it was a way of life, or it was a belief system or philosophy that was embodied in this sort of tall figure in front of the amphitheater.
That's kind of the impression that I got from it, because when I really did try, because like I said, I had this dream for about 10 years. When I finally would try to focus on his face in the dreams, I realized that I never could really get a definition from him. There was no real
face
defining features. Yeah, or
right.
Like body type. It was more of just, it looked almost like a priest in a black robe.
Oh, wow. Now I get it. Oh, okay. Okay, kind of like that the pastor looking, deaconish looking.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like that level, but no face really or hair. It was more of just that silhouette of that flowy robe.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, let me let you go. I want to see if I can get somebody else in here and have a little chat about these things before I gotta go. I got about 20 minutes left. Just Another Dingus. Thank you guys so much for coming in, and thank you for coming in and telling us about that. I appreciate it, man. Stay around. I might get you back in here. Wow, that's insane. That's really crazy. I'm gonna get Trash Panda in here. I'm gonna tell a story real quick, because he's kind of brought something back that I actually had a dream about that was very similar to what he was talking about. That black that figure. I remember I was driving around. Hello, Trash Panda. How are you, by the way?
I'm good.
I want to get your opinion on this, Trash. I had a dream about being possessed.
I've had lots of those.
And I think that it had something to do with that whole sleep paralysis thing. Now, sleep paralysis in and of itself is basically your consciousness being awake, but your body is still paralyzed. So
I have that all the time.
You have that all the time.
Actually, so I can feel all the things that happen to me in my dreams, like actually in reality, physically. So like if I get hurt in my dream, it hurts my body. Hence the reason I never sleep.
Oh wow, that's got to cause you a huge fear of sleep. Jeez, so this not lucid dreaming, sleep paralysis. I had this dream and I remember it. I had I probably had 2 cans of Coca-Cola, like the red can ones, like the super sugary, super caffeinated ones, right before I went to sleep, and I passed out very late. And I remember having this dream about driving around, and some guy got in the back of the car. He looked like one of the guys from Crosby, Stills and Nash, to be honest with you, except he had a big green coat on. I'm driving him around, and after a while I go, listen, buddy, where do you want me to drop you off at? I've been nice enough. I've given you a ride this long. Where do you want me to drop you off at? And I remember I turned around, and I looked at him in his face, and he kind of came at me. His face was nose to nose with me. And then my eyes opened, right? I got so scared that my eyes opened. And I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. I couldn't yell for help. And the best thing that I could do was flutter my lips. That's what I did. I swear. Look, I was trying to yell, and I went like this. It's the best that I could do for some reason.
But it is funny.
Now, I've had a couple of those dreams before where I wake up and I can't move, and I'm trying to scream for help and I just can't. But I don't ever remember having the feeling that I did that night, because when that guy came nose to nose with me, I felt something enter my chest. I mean, it could have been just the adrenals going off because I was.
Sleep paralysis. A lot of times people describe it as if like somebody is sitting on your chest, like they're just sitting there holding you down.
Oh my gosh. So I know there's a difference between sleep paralysis, easy for me to say, sleep paralysis and night terrors, right? So night terrors are specifically a figment that is encouraging you to do mischievous deeds that you are enacting as you sleepwalk. Okay, so, and that's got a lot of those as well, the ones that are sitting on your chest. They have that demon. There's actually pictures of it online, of a night terror demon. And I think a lot of the times, especially on social media, they're getting mixed up between what a night terror is and what a sleep paralysis demon is. I'm pretty sure, now I could be wrong, I've been wrong before, I'm pretty sure what they're calling a sleep paralysis demon is the actual night terror demon, but so many people have a form of sleep paralysis either due to medications that they're taking or the caffeine that they're taking at night or just a propensity of their adrenals going off in the middle of the night that they're having these sort of attacks. But of course, they're getting mixed up with the night terror sort of thing. So that's my opinion on it. I want to hear what you got to say about that, Trash, and I also want to hear about some. I want to hear about the dreams that you remember having before your eyes woke up and you couldn't move.
So sleep paralysis and night terrors. So night terrors medically defined by a pediatrician because all of my children have night terrors.
It is genetic. That's true. That is true.
Yeah, I had them too when I was little, but I don't have night terrors specifically anymore. But at some point, night terrors in children are like, say, when Easton wakes up or has a night terror, he will sit up and he looks like he's awake, but no matter what you do, he doesn't stop screaming.
Right.
You literally can't touch him, otherwise he fights you on it. So you have to just let them be and let them and then when he wakes up, it's like nothing happened.
Wow. Is that similar? Is that similar to what you remember having? Do your parents remember telling you any stories about this?
My dad told me one time that he came upstairs because I was screaming and I was like in the corner of my room, out of my bed, like huddled up, fetal position in the corner, wrapped around a pillow, just losing my mind, and he couldn't get me to calm down. He said after about like 20 minutes I came out of it. I don't remember it.
Wow. And you said you had these natural bouts of the sleep paralysis.
I have lots of them. I have like every night.
Episode. Do you remember? See, for me personally, and I haven't talked to anybody about this. For me personally, every time I've had one of those episodes, I had a terrifying dream that woke me up out of it. It wasn't just like I was crossing over the rainbow bridge in lukewarm water with giant koi fish on my bottom. It was, I was terrified out of my fucking mind, and I got scared, and I was scared awake. Do you find a similar thing?
So I have about 3 recurring dreams that cause that, and they've been recurring for as long as I can remember.
So the recurring, you're saying the recurring dreams cause or happen right before your sleep paralysis episode?
Yeah, they usually are. I wake up and I can't move or anything. It's like I'm stuck. But the first one that I've had for literally as long as I can remember, and it alters based on who I know and who like is close to me at the time, is I'm gonna shorten this. Basically, I go into this house. I have no idea whose house it is. I'm not familiar with the house at all. I go down to the basement and open this door, and it opens into this, from what I can see, this massive room, but it's mostly dark. Like, you know in iRobot when he goes to that big warehouse and all he can see is like the front row robot?
Yes. But then there's that whole...
I go into a room like that, and all I can see is the front row, and there's just this space in the middle, like walkway, and it's just a bunch of bodies hanging. And it's everybody I know. So then the lights start flipping on, and I can see just rows and rows, endless rows. So I start running down this pathway because I tried to turn around, the door behind me was gone. And eventually something swings out in front of me and knocks me over, and as I go to stand up, I realize it's my own body, and then it wakes me up.
Oh my God, you gotta be shitting me. Look what you did to my arm. Look at this. Look at this. What the fuck? Not only are you seeing the faces of everyone you've ever known and loved, you also run over your own self. Well, then who the hell are you? You know?
Then there's another one where I'm like in my bed in this dream, and there's just like all the stuff in my room is just flying around.
You guys can hear
Wildly.
this, right?
I don't know, in the air, not like just, whatever. And like, it's like really loud for some reason, like really loud white noise, and then it just stops and everything goes black, and then the next thing I'm in this fucking completely white bathroom in a bathtub filled with blood, and then I wake up.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like you're reincarnating your birth.
And then the last one is I'm in a house, a little bitty like 1-room house, like a studio type deal. And it's like in the middle of nowhere, and my dog that I used to have is with me, and her name was Ellie, and she's at the door and she wants to go outside, and it's dark outside. And it's like summertime, so we have like the screen door was just closed and the regular door was open. So I let her outside, and I flip on the porch light, which is just like this one little light that provides enough light to see like the porch and then a little bit outside of the porch.
It's the same thing with the light not being able to see the whole picture. That's crazy.
Right. So I let her outside, and she's just out there freaking out. So I'm like, what the hell? So I walk out onto the porch, and when I walk out onto the porch, I just see literally countless fucking figures. People, they're like people, but they're not people. And they're all saying the same thing at the same time. Just thousands of them, all saying the same thing, but I can't understand it because it's in a different language.
Oh. I thought we were going to get the secret to the universe there for a second, Trash Panda.
No.
So,
That's when I wake up.
I'm kind of seeing like what Will Smith saw on I Am Legend when he looked out the window and he saw all those guys.
It's kind of like you ever watch a scary movie and it's like demons and they're like out of the one person's mouth comes like 1,000 voices. It's like I am Legion. It sounds like that.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. We're gonna have to have another topic on this. I'm gonna need to just talk to you for like an hour, and we're gonna have to dissect all of those dreams that you're having because.
Well, I also have deja vu dreams where how I told you I met my best friend in my dream.
Before you even met them, that's right. You told me a story where you met your best friend.
Some other time, though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tie that into the deja vu one. Dreams into the deja vu. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Trash. Stick around though. I'm gonna have to have you come back on here in a second if I have somebody else coming in here talking about lighted rooms and fucking bodies and shit, and maybe they know the language of those people that they were saying.
Sounds like Latin.
It sounds like Latin. You're gonna have to write it. This is what you have to do. Write it down, say it out loud, put it on TikTok, and someone's gonna fucking translate it. I swear to you.
Okay.
Watch that shit happen. All right, thank you for coming in, Trash. Oh my god.
Her dreams.
Oh my god.
Nightmares.
Buddha Divine wants to come in for a second. Jesus, does anybody have any good dreams? I want to hear some good dreams. These are fucking horrible. Jesus, not that I don't like them. I love hearing about them. But Dan, we were talking about this yesterday or the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Does anybody even have dreams that aren't fucking horrifying?
Dreams that we remember that are
Dreams that we remember that, yeah, of course, we forget all the good ones.
We forget the good ones and remember all the terrifying ones.
Buddha Divine loves shiny things, and I'm betting that she has dreams about shiny things. Welcome, Buddha Divine. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm to be honest with you, my arms have gone up and down from goosebumps for the past like 40 minutes talking about these dreams. I love hearing about them. I can't stop. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Trash Panda's dreams remind me of a few of mine I had as a kid. So.
Tell me about them. Tell me.
Well, one of them that really sticks out was when I was like 8 or 9, and I wasn't ever a kid that watched violence or anything. So this dream was really bizarre. So how it went was I was in my parents' car. For some reason, the door wasn't on the car frame. And
Which
we were going
side of
to
the
this
door?
bridge.
Was it the driver's side or the passenger side?
Passenger side.
Okay.
But I was like in the back seat.
Okay.
So I was going over, my parents were driving over this bridge, and all of a sudden I see this man who had half of a body, like his bottom half was gone, and he was reaching out to me for help. And yeah, like that, or just like one-handed. Yeah, he was one-handed, like reaching out for help. And just kind of thinking back on it, it kind of seems more like a war zone type.
Oh,
dream.
so you think that you might have been like he looked like a wounded warrior, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was really terrifying.
So it was at night. Who was driving the car?
I think my dad.
So your dad was driving the car. You're on a bridge
It was
at
broad
night,
daylight.
and you see
Broad
this
daylight.
broad. That's even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
So broad daylight, and you see this half a body that's reaching out for you. Did your parents say anything? Where they're like, "Oh, there's old half body asking for change
No,
again."
they were just driving. It was like no big deal.
No big deal.
But it was really bizarre.
Because
But
sometimes that non-action, right? That lack of action sometimes
Right.
speaks something in dreams like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Than him actually going, listen, we're gonna pass somebody that's really freaky. Okay, you're gonna be freaked out by it,
Right.
or not acknowledging it at all.
Right.
I
I
shouldn't
think
think.
it was more of like I was terrified to see a man who was like, of course, half a body, and then I just didn't know what to do.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's an
It's like,
appropriate thing for a child to
Yeah.
think.
I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, this man needs help, and I don't know what to do. I'm just an 8, 9-year-old kid. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me ask you the first part of that question. First part of the questions that I've been asking everybody. Do you think it's got some tie to the spiritual realm? Do you think it's got some tie to some sort of prognostications of the future, or do you think it's just images we see at night?
I'm kind of under the belief of possibly reincarnation.
Okay.
Like, it could have been some
Past life.
or past life. I don't know. Because
That's
I've had bizarre dreams of like other worldly places, and that one was pretty vivid to the point where it felt a lot more real. Because I have an affinity towards World War II history.
very strange that you're bringing that up. I was just talking to somebody today about that.
Yeah. So
That's interesting. That's a different take that we've heard before. But coming from someone whose username is Buddha Divine, I wouldn't put it past you, or the past life. I appreciate you coming in, Buddha Divine. Thank you very much for sharing.
yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So past lives too. Did you have something that somebody was asking on that?
You're so good. So I don't have a whole lot of asks, but there are a lot of people here who have like premonition dreams, essentially.
Premonition dreams.
So like, here we go. Just Call Me Kino said that her friend has like, whenever she has fish in her dreams, somebody she knows is pregnant, and it's happened for Kino and 5 of their.
What kind of
friends.
fish?
What kind of fish?
What kind of fish?
Then, Xanthography.
Hello.
Let me see.
Hello, boys. Arek, how are you today? So you've been on the show a couple of times. I want to ask you that 2-part question. While you think about it, I want to hear what Amanda has to say about it, though. She's got some people in her live stream asking a few questions I want to address. So 2 parts. Do you believe? Oh, no, he's coming back in now. Do you believe that do you believe if dreams are some sort of part of the spiritual realm, you think it's prognostications of the future or reincarnations or parallel dimensions? Or do you think that that it's just something that happens at night when you go to sleep? And if you have something that some weird dream or some weird fact you'd like to share about dreams, but hold on to that thought. I want to hear what Amanda has to say real quick about something in her stream.
So Xanthography said they told a friend that she was pregnant, and she said no. But 3 days later, she came back and asked them how they knew she was pregnant, and now they are. He's the kid's godfather.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh, it's a dude. It's a dude dream.
Yeah.
See, I've kind of
dream.
you have you noticed that like a lot of the premonitions I've seen are from women though.
Yeah.
A lot of them are coming from women, and
Yeah.
a lot of the guy dreams that I'm hearing are having a lot to do with some sort of socio-cultural thing. Like I feel like women seem to be more in tap to the that sort of premonition dreams of it, you know. So Boys Arek, welcome in here.
So, you asked about what kind of fish.
Yeah, what kind of fish? Tell me.
White koi fish.
White koi fish. Why did I see that in my head when he said that though? It's insane.
Yeah.
That is crazy. It's a good fish. It's a good fish. Corp. Tell me, Boys Arek. Tell me what you think about if dreams have meanings or not.
I think I wouldn't say meaning. Like I think at a point, dreams help with emotional state across the day that you had. Because I think the way you perceive a dream is from the emotions you've had during that day. Like if you had a bad dream, maybe if you get affected by bad. But that's the only thing that I can really think of that dreams are really affected by. Like I don't think anything of. I mean, I have had deja vu dreams where a week, maybe a month later, you know, it's like, wow, I had this dream. It's like deja vu.
Now, when you had that dream, let me ask you, when you had that dream, do you remember like waking up and having an image in your head and then experiencing it, that sort of deja vu?
No, it's usually like during the day, like I have a dream, and during the day I'm like, I remember having a dream, like the memory pops up in my head that I've had that dream, but it just hits me now that I just did what I thought.
Now that you've actually re-experienced it. So
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far into deja vu because I want to keep that for an entirely another episode that we're going to do, because we can get off on a tangent on deja vu, and they're kind of related. Like I think there is a type of deja vu where you have a dream and then you remember that dream. You write it down in your dream journal. You tell your friends about this crazy dream. And then 7 years later, that thing happens. There's a deja vu that's like that, but I think that's also related to some sort of premonitions that you might have within your dream world itself. But tell me about something that you remember having a dream, any kind of weird experience or any kind of question you might have about it.
I have the weirdest dreams, and it always happens. They're not the same dreams, but I have really morbid dreams. I have, like, terrifying dreams. I'll have dreams that, like, are the movie Saw. Like, I'll have dreams like that. I'll have dreams of zombies and whatnot. Like, all the time. my dreams are either me getting hurt, and I can feel it, but I don't die. But I usually die at the ending of all of these dreams, and I wake up.
Can you run in your dreams?
Sometimes, actually, most of the time, no. Most of the time, I try to run, but it keeps me in place.
I hate that.
I hate that too.
It's like quicksand or like running through. I always kind of compared it to running through water. In fact, I actually talked about Sneak Chamber about this. That I was trying to run away from these people and they were catching up on me so fast that I turned around and I ran backwards because it was quicker.
Yeah, that's the weird things in dreams that you just don't understand. I'm just like, you do the weirdest things, like, it just doesn't want you, like, you want to go for a punch, but it's so slow or something that you can't do it.
Jeez, well, let me ask you this. You said you have terrifying dreams. Tell me how often you have terrifying dreams within maybe a week or a month, and then I'm going to let you go because I have some questions over from TikTok.
Dreams probably once a week. At least once.
Once every week. I got a question for you, Boris Rec, from Amanda's TikTok.
So, do you dream in color or in black and white?
Both. I'd say both.
I've never had a black and white dream.
Both.
Most of the time, like if I'm running from a creature or something like that, it's in black and white.
There's a lot of chaos in my dreams. They're black and white.
I've never had a black and white dream. Mine are always in full vibrant color. Always. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought only dogs had black and white dreams. Oh my god.
It's sometimes terrifying, but I've gotten used to it. It's not that bad anymore. But
So you have them about once a week. Do you wake up from them after they happen?
yeah. Usually, like at the ending, I die from something and I wake up immediately.
That's insane. Do you remember that? You're having some flashbacks. Some serious flashbacks. well, thank you for coming in, Boys Rex. Stick around for a little bit because I'm gonna stay on for about another 10 minutes, and I might have you come back on. Appreciate you coming in, though.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, enjoy your meal too, right? Here's your meal. Enjoy your meal. You're like, thanks, server. Yeah, you too. Like, idiot. Does everybody wake up when they die in a dream? I'm pretty sure you sad hippo looking bitch said something about that earlier, didn't you? You said that the body wakes up when you die, like what Kev was saying earlier, that he kept dying in his dreams and he would wake up. Go ahead, call in, Jessica. I'd love to hear your dream. That you sad hippo looking bitch said that you wake up after you die because your body doesn't know how to process the afterlife.
I usually wake up before I die, like right before it happens. But I've only died in like probably 3 dreams that I remember. But usually I wake up right before I'm gonna die.
I like you know those videos that Toby's been doing, like when a train is about to hit you, or a baseball comes and flies at your face.
Right.
Like that's when I wake up. Like that's the moment I wake up.
Right before it hits you.
No, like fucking as it's fucking hitting me. It's not like, oh shit, here comes the bus. Better wake up. It's like I felt my bones obliterate and now I'm dead and now I'm waking up. That's kind of how it is.
No, I usually.
Jessica, you wanted to come in. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Hiya.
Hi. So you had a dream you wanted to tell us about. Tell us.
Yeah, so actually, 99% of my dreams are in black and white.
No shit. I really want to hear about this because I've never even heard of this. I've never had a black and white dream.
I hardly ever have colored dreams. Ever. So it's really weird when I wake up and see color and it's just like, whoa, wait, what the fuck?
So it's totally normal for you.
Yeah.
Have you looked into it at all as to why that happens?
No, I never really have. I don't know, to me, I just assumed that it was normal to have black and white dreams, but I guess not.
So when you're, I mean, do you remember do you remember ever having a dream and because it was black and white, being confused within your dream? Like looking at a rainbow or looking at the sun outside, not being able to tell it's the moon, or you just kind of know where everything is. It's just all black and white, like an old like film noir from France or something.
Like, I know what everything is. I know, like, what everything is. Like, I don't know how. I just know what everything is.
but it's just all in black and white. So black and white. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean like a negative image, right? It doesn't mean like, you know, like that screen that when you triple tap your phone or something, it goes to the negative image side of everything, where everything that's black is white and white is black. It's like the filter. It's like that. What is it? The vintage T7 filter or whatever it is on TikTok, right? It's just the grayscale, right?
Oh,
Well, I literally just looked it up, and it's kind of weird.
Tell me what it says.
Okay, it says, in dreams, black signifies mystery, the unconscious, warning, and potential. The color white in dreams signifies the conscious's mind, purity, rebirth, and potential. Because black and white are opposites, then having a dream in black and white can also mean that you may be thinking of a situation in terms of absolutes.
Interesting. Do you find yourself being one of those people who thinks in black and white?
I mean, yeah, most of the time.
Do you really? See, I've been told that I'm like that. I've been told that I'm like that, and I don't have it at all. I love to try to make things, to force things into this mold of either this or that or the other to give it some sort of definition, but I guess I'm more colorful than I thought.
And you know, people say I'm colorful because I'm pretty gay.
I'm not laughing at that. It's just a
Not
very,
gonna lie.
very funny correlation you made there.
I mean, it's just true, honestly.
I'm colorful. I totally empathize with that remark. So you're
You know, it's just,
So you're a very colorful person, but you think in black and white. That's interesting. Do you find any validity in what you just read about thinking in absolutes? You think that makes sense as far as you dreaming in black and white?
I mean, I kind of understand it, but then it's like, it's confusing.
Have you ever had a dream in color?
Once or twice, and it was always a nightmare. And it's a nightmare that I get every other week.
Okay, so it's a recurring. So you have color dreams, but it's a recurring nightmare. That's fucking weird.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's shockingly, it's mostly on Fridays that I have colored dreams, but it's the same one every single Friday. So it's weird as shit.
Did you have it this past Friday?
Yeah, actually.
Do you want to share what it's about? I don't want to. You know, if it's something that you don't really want to share or go into, you could pass on it. But if it's something that, or at least the topic of what it is that's recurring, I'm interested in hearing about it.
Well, so it's kind of weird. I'm always at a different place, but I'm always with my family. And I can never speak. And they always say something that angers me and upsets me, and I just walk away. But it's so hard to walk away. It's like a force is pulling me back. And then I get maybe 1,000 feet away from them. I can't see them anymore. And then years has passed, and this person that I see every time in this dream comes and says something to me, and then he runs after me and tries to kill me. And it's hard to run away, and I'm stumbling and I'm falling, and then I finally make my way back to my family, and it's like I wasn't even gone.
And like they didn't even notice that you had left?
No.
Oh my gosh. So that's horrifying on a bunch of different levels, right? Not only are you like being separated from your family and then running into a stranger, that stranger trying to kill you, chase you, and then showing up and knowing you were gone. That is most definitely a nightmare. And I'm very sorry you had that.
And I think this nightmare has actually been happening for the past 10 years.
Is everybody the same age?
Yeah.
Or do they kind of...
Everyone stays the same.
Everyone stays the same. That's very interesting. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing. I'm really interested you're going to be my point of contact now when it comes to black and white dreams, because that blows my mind. I wonder if I'm going to wonder if anybody else has any nightmares that are in color, if they primarily dream in black and white. Jessica, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Man. So you've had black and white dreams, right?
Yeah, but only when when things are slow going in my dream, whether it's a good dream or a bad dream, it'll be in color. But as soon as things get chaotic, like it's like the color's completely drained, and it's like everything's in black and white.
Wow, that's insane.
So like if I'm running from something, all of this like I'll be walking through a house or whatever, and everything's in color, and then somebody will see me and start chasing me. As soon as they start chasing me and I'm running, that's when the color drains. Like
That's when the color
just chaos. Just if anything,
the color goes away.
It goes away.
I think I think I remember something like that. Now that you're saying that, it didn't go black and white. It was like a grayscale. It was kind of like everything was muted. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Everything
was muted. Like I knew that was red. I knew that was yellow or something, but everything was very, very turned into like this huge grayscale for everything. So we spent an entire hour, and that went very, very quick on talking about dreams. You guys love talking about dreams. We're gonna have to talk about some more things like that. Like next one, I think we're gonna do is deja vu again. And I also want to talk about like cryptids and shit. I want to talk about if anybody's had any sightings of UFOs or any sort of like swamp creatures or Bigfoot or giant pterodactyls or shit like that. I'd love to hear what you guys' stories.
Supernatural stuff.
Peter wanted to talk about supernatural stuff?
Yeah,
Dingus? Okay, we're definitely have to check that out. So I appreciate you guys checking me out today. If you guys don't, everybody from here, Amanda, Liliana Moon 6, is going to start streaming on her live before, during, and after we do these Periscopes. If you haven't already, you guys should follow me at NOLA_thought on Periscope, on Twitter, on Yahoo. I'm Jason with a Y on Instagram. I'm actually going to be doing a podcast pretty soon as well, and that's why I've started doing these, because I'm recording the audio from these, and we're going to be starting to put them up on a podcast. But first, I'm also going to be putting them up on YouTube as well. So I have my podcast is in review by Apple right now. So within the next couple of weeks, I should be hearing back from them as to if we're going to go live or not with that. And I appreciate you all coming in today. I'm so glad to start seeing this number grow. I love TikTok. I love my live streams over there. I love having everybody on there. It's just having this interface, having you guys be able to call in conjunction with me being able to record the audio from you guys and our responses and stories is going to make for some great material, I think. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy listening to what you guys are saying. It is interactive, and that's what this is about. I really, really love engaging with you guys. I love interacting and going back and forth and hearing what you guys say. You know, when I see the words on a screen and I hear you and I have to read it out loud, I'm going to be reading it differently. I'm going to be misinterpreting it. I'm going to be misunderstanding it. Hearing it from your mouth is much, much more satisfying to, I think, you and myself and everybody who's going to be joining us in the future. And what's great, also people who are listening on Amanda's stream still, that everybody can go back and look at the recording of what we did tonight in case they missed it on Periscope at NOLA_thought. So I appreciate you guys that are in here, Periscope. If you guys want to continue the conversation, go over to Amanda's TikTok at Liliana Moon 6, and I'll see you guys later. And keep an eye out for some updates on my Twitter about the podcast and YouTube. I'm going to be posting a video about this as well. See you guys later. Have a good night, and thank you for joining. Bye-bye.